Hi everyone, Corey Thorne, Spiritual Intuitive Guide, Empowerment Life Coach. Today is Friday, September the 14th, and the message that I'm getting today that's channeling through is, and it kind of might sound a little bit harsh when we start, is get off your high horse. Get off of that place that we sit in ego, when we sit in the place of feeling as if the world has been against us. Things are not happening the way we want them to happen. Or the other end of the spectrum is acting as if you're better than somebody else, that you've accomplished way more, that you're watching your friends around you, they have not done the things that they need to do in your eyes, or that they still need to do this or they need to do that. And which end of the spectrum are you finding yourself in? And I feel as if there's a shift in the energy of we're being a little bit resistant of the challenges that are facing us as we need to move into a new place of living and being as we're coming up and closer to the full moon. And what's challenging us is to face our fears. We have put in all of the hard work, not all, we always got work, but we have put in a lot of work into ourselves and into our journey. And so sometimes we get into that place where the human ego can sit in and say, well, I've done all this, so I'm already here and I'm already at this place within myself. What else is there to do? Just sit back now and let things show up. And when we're sometimes there, it's like we have too much time on our hands. We have time to kind of come into a place of judgment and to judge other people who are not on the same journey or not in the same vibration. And this is the time when you should actually not be coming from that place. We should actually be reaching out to each other. And whichever end of the spectrum that you're in, why not reach out to each other and come from a place of hopping off that high horse, or giving a helping hand to pull somebody up on the horse so that they can get a better view of what's higher up in a higher vibration, rather than having to sit in a lower vibration and be looking only at a level that's lower. And if you give someone the helping hand to rise them up to be able to see from the level that you're seeing, is that you let go of the ego and you're actually humbling yourself to say, hey, I'm happy to share this space with somebody. I don't need to come from a place, because we are trying to move from the energy of having the big boss egos that we have in the world. And we're trying to come from a place of saying we can lead and we can give direction from a place of being on the same level and still give value, and to not feel the need to be boosting our ego, or stroking that missing link, or that fear-based leading that's coming in, or that I'm better than somebody else. And or the other end is to feel as if you have to stay down here because of whatever circumstances in life that had pushed you to stay down in that place, and that you're not of value to be up on that level with somebody else, or you're struggling. It just feels like there's so many different spectrums of stories that are being told, and so many spectrums of levels and vibrations that people are sitting in, while we're kind of sitting idle waiting for the next thing to happen. And actually, no matter which level you're on, you're actually in a place right now of growth, and there is a place of transition and transcending and ascending, and all these things that are happening for people as we're stepping in with the full moon into a fire sign Aries, which is a push and a drive to make things happen. And so the idle time was actually a place to just sit and not to be so caught up in the rest. And it's while we're moving forward and as we're going through, and I keep feeling as if I'm being pushed being pushed forward in a plane type of thing. It's like the ground is kind of flatter, but there's like little bumps. And so when you can't see over the horizon, or when your feet, it's like there's an illusion, or like a mirage type of thing of seeing a different level, is what it feels like to me. And I feel like this move, like I just want to the whole energy of the body wants to move forward and to shift, and just knowing that if you let go of your ego and you let go of whatever place we're in, and by ego, when we mean ego, is that it's not always that you think you're better than everyone else. Is sometimes you don't feel worthy, and that's also sitting in ego. It's that fear base that's kind of running the show. And when we can allow that all to clear out and to just be empty and to just go with the movements that are happening, and just know that not everything is as it appears. Not everything is showing up exactly as we think it is. And that as you're moving into that next phase, that next energy, things are going to speed up, and there's going to be a lot of change happening, and a lot of change within yourself. And it's good changes, and it's a move in a new direction, and it's a move forward. And we're not going to be able to see what's over the next bump or over that next little cliff. It's like we're just taking those leaps of faith, as I always say, even if it's a little leap, it's a leap. But it's about taking that next step and being very aware of where you're sitting as you're taking that leap. Are you sitting so high up on your high horse that if you're sitting so high up on your high horse that when you take the leap and you have to fall hard, thinking that you're in control and that you are the one who's like getting a little bit cocky on where you're going next? It's like that kind of energy is going to really take you into a place of, oh, now you're going to have to learn some real lessons. Or if you're someone who's been pushed and shoved, saying, we're just going to nudge you over here. And you're just like, oh, but I'm not worthy to go. I'm not worthy to take a leap. I'm not worthy that I can take that jump into myself. It's when you're there, it's like, no, you're getting a little flick, kind of like pay attention to what we've already taught you. No matter which level you're on, you have learned so much. And you have gained so much knowledge that this is why you're being asked to sit quietly, to really gain the knowledge, to be uploaded with the new information that has been provided to you, to be able to move forward in the right place, and in a place of being in a healthy ego, and a place of not judging ourselves, or coming from a place of being fearful of what is next. And so the cards that I'm really pulling today is I'm asking for a bit of no security. There's not a security with this, but a sense of direction. What is a direction? What is the blocks, or what do we need to clear as this weekend is coming up on us, as we're starting to step into a new energy, and as a little bit of a retrograde happening in I think Venus in the planet, but we're also still in Virgo, which is still grounded. So it's like what is kind of stirring us up a little bit here? What is making us be in that direction that we're feeling? And the cards that I'm pulling is really funny. I love how this works. Is leadership, and climbing that ladder and giving that helping hand, to be there, to be that kind of, you may be holding the light and you may have a little more knowledge than somebody else, but do you take it and run and only to be of service to yourself, or do you help other people rise up with you? Do you help bring people to that level with you? And being at peace with your decisions of what you're making, or if you're on that other side of just not really knowing your direction right now, or where you're supposed to go, follow the person who reaches out to you that says, I am here for you. I am not here to belittle you. I am not here to walk in front of you. I'm here to walk beside you. Make a choice to follow those type of people that come from that kind of energy, because that's going to serve you better. And then there is a sense right now of why we were placed in this quiet space, and this kind of sit still and keeps pulling us back, saying, no, you're not ready to go there. So sit down for a little bit. Was that we had been through so much through that retrograde and through the changes that there was a place of exhaustion that was being very, that was really pulling a lot of people out of the good vibration they had been in. And now is like let's just rest in this and let yourself kind of rest from the exhaustion of having to drag yourself a little bit. And that the next phase, the next step means that you need to get your body healthy, get your mind healthy, kind of get your energy level back up. So fuel it well, fuel it with, if you're lucky enough to have sunshine, which we do not have right now because we have snow here in Alberta. And and if you are in the snow and you don't like the cold like me, stay inside. Sit by the fire and just let yourself be comfy and warm and nourish it with whatever you need to nourish yourself with right now to get that vibration level back up, to be able to move, because there is new beginnings. And there is new beginnings that are happening. You're opening new doors, new possibilities, bringing up these old dreams, but revamping the dreams that you had before, because now you have gained new knowledge. And that as you move into next week, I want to say into like right up until next weekend of the full moon, it feels like this is really when doors of opportunity will start to opening. You'll see abundance coming in. You're going to see money coming in, or you're going to see job offers coming in, or you're going to be creating new stories, creating new businesses, whatever it may be. Is you're going to see the shifts and the changes, but they're actually good energy. But where do you want to be? Do you want to be up on that high horse all alone? Or do you want to be sharing that limelight and teaching others and helping others and guiding other people to be up on this place with you, to be able to see how wonderful life can be? And what is beyond the horizon? We do not know. But what we know is if we do it together, if we come from a place of working together and sharing what we have and sharing love, that we are going to create a world, we are going to create a space, we're going to create relationships that are so much healthier, coming from such a more beautiful place, and that we're going to live in our own light, and we're going to start to be able to shift away from the darkness and the fears that have been placed in our life prior. So don't be afraid to take a little bit of a risk as we're coming up to the full moon, and to set your intentions into something, or to start to live the intentions that you set with the new moon, and be ready to just let go of anything that's standing in your way. It's like you're letting go of the safety net that has been provided for you and saying, just screw it, I'm going with this, and just let yourself go and enjoy the ride that'll be coming into October, because life is going to be opening up so many wonderful things for so many people. Have a wonderful weekend. Much love to you all. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you all again. Bye-bye.